I'm aggressive.
I haven't seen you ever aggressive.
Don't play with me, Brit. Don't play with me.
Have that conversation later.
Really?
You guys can have that
you're the big bad wolf.
I'm the mighty wolf.
No, you're not. It's a persona. You're really insecure.
Insecure?
Yeah.
I'm insecure? But you want to use my team.
The team that you begged for me to work with because you always need a sidekick, baby. Long story short, Kelly was feeling insecure because she felt like she was second in Nashville.
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down.
So,
Listen, I've been telling Danielle all day today, child. It's taking everything in me not to call Broken home because you know he got a clearance, so I need to know what the hell is going on.
Like I need to know
happen.
if I need to flee.
Should I take the coins out the bank? Do I need cash? What's happening?
Oh, I did. Look, I did that.
Child, it's a lot going on, girls.
I ain't playing with that. I was looking up a generator.
Not a generator.
not a generator.
Well, first of all, girl, based off of what they acting like Iran got going on, I don't think the generator's the last thing you need. You probably need a bunker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it right now. so yeah.
But anywho, how was everyone's weekend?
Entertaining.
Same. Yeah, entertaining is what I would call it.
Yeah. My weekend was really good. I saw a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in ages. So it's very nice.
Yes.
I said a friend like y'all don't know who he is, but I saw my best friend Corey. You know, I have not seen Corey since DC.
Isn't that wild? I know. It's
We
not
live
wild.
down
And
the
you live
street.
in the same town.
Not down the street, but literally 40 minutes away. But still,
same town.
it's almost as if I live in New York.
Basically.
That's
It's
very
crazy.
interesting. But he don't like to leave the house, right?
Yeah, he watches this, so let's not go.
They dragging you. Wow.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, boo.
Hanger.
Mm-hmm.
But anywho, hey guys, welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down the podcast. I am your boy Poe Theory.
I'm Jared.
Okay.
And I was gonna say I'm sickly. I've been y'all. Hello.
I lost my voice Saturday night.
What were you doing? Whose name were you screaming?
Child, I was in the club.
In the club, we all fam.
Okay, but still, whose name were you screaming?
I don't know what I was doing. I was out all day. I went to that festival in Baltimore.
The Afro Fest?
Oh, nice.
I was talking to my dad about that. Because I used to go to the Afro Fest when it was held in Norfolk, Virginia. And when you told me about it, I was like, oh my God, memories. Memories.
I was only there for like a good hour, child. I didn't see no artist.
Dang.
Oh.
Because who was there? Wasn't there someone there? Who was there? Who was supposed to be there?
It was supposed to be, I was supposed to see JC, Juvenile.
Juvenile.
Yeah.
I love that.
A. Marie, Patti LaBelle, but I think they were the next day, and I was only going on Saturday.
Patti LaBelle and A. Marie, what's the lineup?
It was a crazy lineup, but the person I went with went a little too hard at the pregame, so.
Come on, Denise.
Don't call her out.
Denise. I already knew it was Denise. I knew it was Denise.
We're calling all the friends out today.
All of them.
Oh,
And
wow.
another thing, Q, since we at it, I'm joking.
Oh my God.
You know, she a fake friend because she don't support. I know she don't watch this, so she fake. So let's drag her. Let's all drag her.
Damn, how'd she get in it?
Ciao. But anywho, guys, we are here to review the latest episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, I know I'm going to have to bleep out quite a few things that I'm going to say on this episode. I'm probably going to be called a misogynist. I'm probably going to be called a homophobe.
Oh well.
Yeah, because I have some words.
I'm just having two misogynists on the panel, child.
Girl,
I mean,
three
yeah,
really? Because let's be
well,
very clear. Oh, you're right.
well,
You're not. You're anti-black. You're not a
He's
misogynist.
anti.
Got it.
Not
Got
yet,
it.
anyway.
Right.
Right.
It's
We'll
coming,
see.
child. Oh, she's starting. So we open up the scene. We open up the episode with Zuko. I love Zuko.
I don't know why he's doing the most.
He's the sweetest dog known to man.
His birthday's this week. He's doing the most.
Oh, well, he's a Gemini.
He's a Cancer.
Oh, a Cancer. Okay.
Cancer
but anywho, we open up the episode with us with Shamia. I think that's a very inappropriate song for a little girl to be finishing, even though she doesn't know what she's singing, but still.
What did you singing that for at the doctor's office?
Why is it literally 2 seconds into the episode and she already pissing me off? Like, nobody has said a word. We just open up with her pissing me off.
Can I just say, I talked to Aaron this morning, and I said, I know you didn't watch it yet. I need you to watch the first 2 minutes, and you're going to be so upset.
The singing and the fucking outfits, like, just piss me off all around.
Well, her singing doesn't bother me. I'm the only one on the panel that it doesn't bother.
Well, because you're the only one who actually knew her career.
And that she was that girl in Atlanta.
You and the people in Atlanta knew that.
I was Savannah from Clark. I was that girl. Come on. But I was so happy that production asked, why that baby got all that grease on that face? I was like sitting there and I was like, why is she putting that much on? But Shamia clocked it. She said, this is why I can walk out the house without foundation on. And she's right, because we've seen Shamia without makeup on, and Shamia looks damn near the same. She don't even got the dark circles. Some of the girls be having, because Candy, Candy got real bad dark circles.
Yeah, no.
And I don't really see it with dark skin, like darker skinned people. So, it's normally the,
Yeah,
but I feel like from what I've seen with this current cast, they all look good without makeup. I don't know about Phaedra. I haven't seen Phaedra without makeup in a while.
Have you ever seen Phaedra without makeup?
I don't think so.
No, because she's going to look just like her mother.
Oh, not past the Regina.
Absolutely.
And if it's one thing that we can know about Shamia's whole life, I need y'all to tell me, like, I really need evidence that Gerald is not in prison.
Now, because he was on the FaceTime with it.
I think that's evidence, though. He does always have access to a phone.
Girl, you can FaceTime prisoners. What are you talking about?
I was going to say you can definitely FaceTime prisoners. And
you trying to tell me you ain't never seen no X?
Some content creators, yes, I have, which I always wonder about.
The girls have cell phones, sweetie.
Right.
Never mind, because that's illegal. But anyway, you can talk to people from behind the gates.
The gates? You mean the walls, the prison walls? We just find out that nothing's going on with the baby or whatever the case may be. Everything's fine, great. For some reason, they were in triplet outfits. Just like, okay. But then we move over to Phaedra and her boys. Demarian, let me be the first to tell you. Demarian, you were so cute until I saw those pants.
How'd you know his name?
Because it said his name.
Oh.
I didn't know.
It said Demarian and the younger baby's, what's his name? Dylan?
Aiden.
Dylan.
Dylan.
No, it's Dylan.
Dylan, yeah.
Dylan's mentor.
I didn't even catch the name. It wasn't that important. What you mean you didn't like his pants? What's going on?
I didn't care for the pants, but he was
he was cute though.
He was very cute. A shout out that I want to give Phaedra. I think it's a very beautiful thing for a woman to be from the South and be evolved enough to allow her son to take up sewing.
Oh, absolutely.
That was very shocking. Not shocking, but I think it's very important to see, because we know in our community it can be very easy for someone to be like,
well, what the hell you want that for? That's for a girl.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Which is weird because
and on that same note, like the one note I had about this whole scene was like, you can say what you want about Phaedra, but she just seems like such a good mom. Like
a phenomenal mother.
The boys have just grown up so well. They just seem so well mannered, smart.
Yes.
Yeah,
well-rounded boys and growing in Atlanta, and then not only growing.
Girl, the pots. What's going on?
What?
Are we clinking pots over there?
Oh, you can hear that?
Yes. Did you make production mad today?
Oh my God.
What is going on? He's slamming cabinets and shit.
Like, the camera is dead ass.
Right.
All I did was ask, can you make some mashed potatoes?
Wait, all that? Oh my God.
All of this is staying in. But anywho.
Wow.
But no, go ahead.
But anyway, I say like the growing up in Atlanta and then having the type of access that they have, and they are still very humble children too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I appreciated. And for a 14-year-old boy and a 12-year-old boy, that's not that easy. That's that weird transition age where either the streets can have you or you could be just lost in the sauce. So I really do commend Phaedra. And I really do think that her and Apollo, whether or not they see eye to eye personally, I think their co-parenting has to be up to par. It shows through the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really important. And that's why I think wealth is extremely important when you are raising children. Because when you are raising children, because a lot of times people will attribute how Will Smith's children are, how Beyonce's kids could be, it's because they're wealthy and because they are around a whole bunch of white people, so that's why they act like that. It's like no. It's not their proximity to white people. We live in America. Proximity to white people are everywhere.
Right.
Like it's it is about the freedom to not have to be in this rigid lane. When you are able to grow up in wealth, you're able to be free and just go down lanes and explore different passions that you have that in other circumstances that you're usually not able to. My last note about this scene, Dylan is how old?
That's the younger one, right?
Yeah.
12.
Why is his voice deeper than mine?
Now, that little boy do got a deep voice now.
He took Phaedra's whole face. He took the oldest one.
Yeah,
looked like the pastor. He got Pastor Regina face, but that young one got Phaedra's whole face, and not Phaedra's. It's almost like he got Phaedra's surgery face. Like, how he get that face?
Not the new face, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. But anywho, we move over to Kelly's divorce hearing. Jared, have you clocked where she lives yet? Where those townhouses are yet?
Is that Midtown?
It is in Midtown. It's where those townhouses are. It's like they are apartments, and there is literally right by Piedmont Park, essentially, like right by Piedmont Park. Because I was clocking it when she was walking through. We find out that she is still not divorced. The baby father, the ex-husband, husband at the time, now ex-husband, has essentially he got arrested because he had back child support or whatever the case may be. My man Lamont was there, just walking her through it. Now, one of the things that kind of blew my brain, and I'm always picking up on the smaller things. You have security because he's crazy. He threatened you in court. When Shamia rang the doorbell, she said, "Oh, I think that may be Shamia." You don't got no Ring doorbell? You ain't got no camera on your front door? Like, what? That really rocked my brain. And then in that type of neighborhood, don't get me wrong, Midtown is a very nice neighborhood, very nice area of Atlanta. Excuse me?
Is it?
What Midtown is one of the most phenomenal areas in Atlanta, sweetie.
Well, I'm asking. I'm saying,
well, you made a face like you thought it was something different.
No, I'm shocked. Go ahead.
Well, why are you shocked by that?
No, it's a downtown area. Downtowns don't tend to be safer.
Sweetie, I said Midtown.
Midtown, downtown, Southtown, whatever. Anywho.
No, sweetie. That's why there are two different words. Mid and down. Not
either way,
same.
a girl live in a townhouse. You said she was with the people by the park. Anyway, what happened?
But anywho, the reason about Midtown, it's an area that is very popular. So even if you don't live in the area, you go to that area a lot. Like there's a lot of transit. So then therefore you would want a camera on your door. But anywho, that was just my little thing.
Isn't this a rental property?
I don't know.
People
got Ring doorbells in my apartment building, which I don't understand.
I have a Ring doorbell on my apartment door.
This is fair. No, this is fair.
But yes.
Why don't she drive nowhere?
Who?
She always
Kelli.
got that Sprinter.
Yeah, she can't drive. How she afford this?
Okay, so you're asking that question. Mm-hmm. And if we got some nosy people gonna start searching. Does she got a DUI?
Oh.
But also too, she seems like because this is the gag. You remember how we was? Well, I'll speak for myself. I remember dragging Drew about all these. Like, why does Drew have so much help? Right?
Yeah.
She has all this help and all this
It's
stuff.
still concerning though, but we was water under the bridge.
But also too, Drew is also a person of note. She's a real celebrity with like real skills and talent. Mm-hmm. Why Kelli got all that?
Yeah, that's confusing.
Think about that. We have none of us have asked that question, and it didn't make me think about it until you just said that, Jared. Mm-hmm. Why doesn't she drive? It makes me think, why does she have so much help?
Yeah,
let's be clear. We all got mamas. None of us are only children. And we've seen our mothers do a lot. Why Kelli got so much help? Portia don't got that much help.
And Portia got it, right? And we know she got it.
You get what I'm saying? What's going on with that?
And granted, and not only that, just to go back on it too, because 4 kids isn't even enough to have a Sprinter. That's more of a 6 kids and beyond. 4 kids, you could do a Suburban and call it a day.
Listen,
you don't need no damn Sprinter. So I was just thinking of even the number of children, but that still doesn't matter. But she was teaching the daughter how to drive. Remember that?
Oh yes, she was.
So you do have to be an insured licensed driver in order to teach.
No, but we've seen her drive. We've seen Kelli drive.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Remember she drove when you said she was really cute when she drove to Shamia's house with all the water.
Oh, okay, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Okay. But still in all, why you got a Sprinter?
Well, she had when she showed up to the damn thing, she had 1,000,001 people with her. Answered the calls, and that was really sweet. Shamia asked about Brit and if she reached out. And Kelli basically lets us know that Brit hasn't reached out. She hasn't spoken to Brit since Grenada. Shamia, this may not be the conversation that you want to really give your 2 cents on, because you don't really what I'm learning is, and especially this episode,
talk about it.
Bitch, shut that door.
Oh,
because you can't hear that, Danielle. Tell me you can't hear that.
I can hear the knocking.
Desmond, can you shut the door, please?
Yes, sweetie. Your carrots and your asparagus. You chopping
He chopping up out of an asparagus, bitch. That baby carrot is fresh, bitch.
That bitch, that's a beet. Bitch, that bitch, that's cat. Fuck that.
He's talking about that bitch asked me to do some mashed potatoes. I'll mash that. What's wrong with him?
Those are the best potatoes I ever heard. Right now. So loud ass potatoes. So.
No, but Shamia is like, this is not the conversation, and I can't wait to drag Shamia at this part of the episode, because I'm realizing now, is Portia the bad friend or you the bad friend? I
Both.
can't. Ooh, but fair. But you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to play the game, though. You gotta know how to play the game.
Though Shamia doesn't know how to play the game. We saw
and
that.
Portia knows how to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Portia knows how to play it, and we'll get there. So then, because when Shamia tried to like, well, Brit, wow, that's crazy. You haven't talked to her yet. It's like, girl, shut up. You don't even know how to handle friendships. What scares me about the Kelli and Shamia dynamic, you know what I see happening next season?
2 delusional friends together stirring up shit.
No, Shamia's about to be Portia, and Kelly's going to be Shamia. That's going to be the new dynamic. I guarantee you.
I can see that.
But so then we move on. What you say for? You don't believe that?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead.
The girl got her titties out, and it's crazy. She just went out very brand new with them titties out.
Well,
by the way, Corey brought that up. She said, Corey was like, Jared's just gonna have a new blouse on every episode, huh? I said, yes, girl.
My girlfriend does a décolleté.
Hello.
I was putting this on and I thought about it, and I was like, well, then y'all could do a whole show in a bra. I can wear this mesh tank top.
Hello.
Not a bra.
Well, first of all, girl, this is not your first time being mesh on this show. So let's stop.
I'm selling titties for subscribers.
Hello.
Exactly. I'm wearing a turtleneck today. I got tired of wearing my titties out. Y'all see y'all from Miami.
But so we did move on to the montage of everybody receiving Phaedra's invite. One call out to that for this montage. I wonder how many times did Cynthia record her walking out to go get that damn invitation. Like that phone was not on a tripod. Like, oh, let me walk out showing it. Because, you know, she a friend of, so she didn't have no production to go record her getting that invitation.
Right.
And so then we move on to...
I'm laughing because
I just want to put out a disclaimer. I am very gay. I am very pro-gay. And so you may hear me say some things that may seem like that I don't mess with the legitimate queer community. But I do. I'm just letting y'all know. But I just do not believe in certain behavior. Okay? And that's enough. And so we move on to the Charles and Kelly's event. Now, was it me or was the editing very weird how they went from the montage of Phaedra's invites and then jumped to the Charles and Kelly? And I had to rewind it twice to make sure, did I miss this transition?
It was weird because we were talking about one event and then we went to Williams-Sonoma.
But no, it wasn't even that. It was just like, we saw that Phaedra's thing, right? The invites. There was no, hey, so I'm Kelly and I'm coming to do this. It was like we saw all the girls together at the event. We saw Kelly and them showing up, and then there was an explanation.
Right.
It confused me. Again, Kelly's dresses are top tier.
Well, because she's easy to, I mean, her being a little hobbit, as Brit would say, she has one of those statures that she really can wear as being smaller. She can wear a lot of little dresses that the average person, it would be like a hoochie mama dress. It's something that looks tasteful on her. There's a lot of little dresses she wears, but that an average person wouldn't be able to wear just for the body type too. And she's more top heavy than bottom. So it really does look good.
Right. No, fair. So, and then also I want to just I feel like the people that watch this, they already know this. Because the scene was going back and forth, we're going to do one scene first, and then we're going to go cut to the next scene. So we're doing the Charles and Kelly event. Was I the only one that was paying attention how Phaedra hugged Charles? Did. I was like,
oh, no. That's why my eyes are twitching right now. So let me just say this. The way that Angela was like, she was introducing her husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Phaedra, as Angela is talking, Phaedra goes right in and dives in like, I already know him.
Yes.
Which is fine. But Angela's in the back trying to orchestrate the hug, and it's already happened.
Right. I did clock that. And he did the things. He did what he was supposed to do. He kept it very cute. Brit comes up, and the girls are... He literally played that how he was supposed to play that. I'm a Charles apologist. We're not doing this today.
I don't know. I don't know. My husband doesn't hug other women. He wears his wedding ring too, so I don't know.
She loves saying this stuff like I don't know her. Like it just be the craziest thing.
Don't hug other women. Don't. And he definitely wears his ring. Okay, next. Because you love to shame me.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, cool.
That bitch is a sham.
But anywho,
oh god, I cannot.
Okay, so they start talking about the whole Brit of it, like the whole Brit situation. Basically, she hasn't spoken to Brit. What's going on with them? You know, that whole little back and forth or whatever. Kelly just was like, you know, she just didn't show up for me. Yada yada yada. Whoop de whoop. And then out of nowhere, Marcus just shows up. Now, just how we had said about the basketball, for those who watch our Basketball Wives review, I feel like y'all should already know how I feel about this. Why are you making us a caricature? Like, that is just a lot to walk up to someone and say, hey, I just need to talk to you and I want to talk to you off camera.
You shouldn't be on camera in the first place.
Right. Like, how did you get that close to me?
And that's another part too, which makes me feel like, did production pay for this? Like, it's production. Did production get a PA? because that man should have not been able to walk up to them. I saw a lot of other YouTubers at that same event that seemed like they were very far away, but this man is just able to walk up on them. That's not safe. And this is also at William and Sonoma.
Yeah.
This ain't not like no bullshit event. Like, this is a serious event.
Yeah,
how is that possible?
Yeah.
I'll say this. When I went to that Potomac filming, like, I could have walked up to them too. Like, they treat it like they're just there. Like, there's nothing stopping you from just walking up to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, they're not blocking or anything like that. Yeah.
I imagine
that's scary.
That, which is wild too, because you were out at like a type of bar too, which is wild. But Williams Sonoma, you got ceramic shit all over the place. Where's the security at? The only security there was Kelly security. Is wild.
It's crazy.
I just don't think that they should have had that. I don't think he should have had that much access. And to your point, Aaron, you could see the people in the distance, and they never really came to interact with the women, because I'm pretty sure they were told by production, we're filming this specific scene. So how he weaseled his way up is still mind-blowing.
No, that's a fact. But he says, I don't think you know me, but I know your husband, which is wild. Let me be the first thing to tell you.
Strike two.
That man would have been laid out on the ground.
I'd have did him.
He would have been laid out on the ground. I can't stand a messy
queen.
He tried to come to her.
That ain't the word that I want to use.
I know the word you want. I was trying to help you.
That ain't, because let me be the first to tell you, the same way that we can say there's a difference between ninjas and black people. Yeah. There is a difference between that and that. And I do not like, stay out of women's business.
Yes,
stay out of women's business. Like, that was just a lot for me. And just and this is the other part that really brought me. Well, I mean, this was the most major part, I will say. You saw she didn't really want to give you no energy. She didn't want to interact with you. And so you want to, and this is why I don't ever believe in coming to anybody as a woman. Because let's be very clear, you're being funny. Yeah. You don't care that this man is cheating on me, because then when you realize she didn't want to have that conversation with you because she didn't know what you were going to say out your mouth, you going to yell that in a toast?
In a toast. It was so weird.
In a toast?
You kept
and try to embarrass her. It went from, that's how you know it wasn't sincere. You weren't trying to like look out for her. You were trying to dog her out, because now you're saying like, toast, if you're Angela and your husband's cheating on you.
That was weird.
Not even trying to be funny. Remember what I've been saying every single episode since this season. Do you know how lucky that man is that Charles did not hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even being funny. Charles would have mopped. Charles would have yoked that man up.
No, well, I mean, and unfortunately, we got kind of like a preview after the show of what transpired when you tried to do something again. So, like, Charles ain't that one.
Because at that point, you're not. Yeah, I see you trying to drag me saying I'm cheating on my wife, but let's be clear, you're also trying to embarrass my wife. Like,
well, and because I'm actually here, so it's actually
not about him. See, but that's the thing, though. In how he did it, it's not about you are trying to embarrass my wife on this platform. Man, I would have. Oh my God, like that. When I tell you, it's like, oh, here we go again, and I can just only imagine certain YouTubers, certain people that respond on this stuff that will actually go out and look at how Marcus behaved and say, well, yeah, that's how them gay boys act. Because that's how they are. They very messy.
What's the restaurant that you own? Do we know that? Did we find that out?
I don't know.
Do the people know it?
I never want to go there.
I'm sure we'll find out next episode.
Yes,
right.
I just would love to know, because that was just, and again, coming, like you said, coming to someone as a woman, you're automatically being funny. You're not coming to me as a friend. If you come to somebody as a woman, you're coming to be messy. You're not coming to have to be a shoulder to cry on. Period.
Facts. And I will say this: I was very happy to see how everyone supported Angela in that moment. Nobody had like weird energy surrounding it. You know, because some of the girls be like, what he say? Oh my God. And then, because there's a way, like if it were, for instance, I could see Kenya doing this, where Kenya, having nothing to do with it, would walk up to him and be like, what you say? What's going on? Okay, I'm gonna bring you over to her.
Right.
It's like that level of mess, and I was very happy that no one played into it.
Yeah,
like everybody was like, "Girl, just let that slide.
Nobody
Let that go."
The fact that Kelly put him out immediately after the toast.
Oh yeah,
with her security.
With her security, yeah.
On
she said
it,
he needs
like
to leave.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed that.
She pulled a Meredith. You need to leave.
You need to leave. But so then we move over to Brit, Portia, and Cynthia. Kind of gagged that the girls got an invite to the home.
But the home was a mess.
The home was a mess.
Say, and it should have been a no trespassing sign, too. Dirt and grass. Okay? Said now, she got the damn tarps up while I'm visiting. She got sand and shit falling down from the ceiling. What is this?
Now, I will say, Portia looked phenomenal. That body was bodying.
That Dolce.
I was about to say that was Dolce Gabbana.
That was Dolce. She was in full Dolce. She looks great.
I will say the next entity that looked phenomenal. That basement that they did is phenomenal. Like their basement looks really good.
They didn't want to go sit in the sauna.
Well, that's the only thing that's finished. The whole thing is under construction. So I mean, yeah. The only thing I couldn't get over the basement, I was more concerned over the ponytail. Did anybody else? Was anybody else?
Whose ponytail?
Brit.
What was wrong with her ponytail? I didn't even clock it.
What's wrong with it?
I didn't clock it.
It's the fact
she went swimming and do the piece properly. It was like the pieces that the girls used to get from Claire's to do that. To add the ponytail on.
Especially for Brit. Yeah, because one thing about Brit, I'll give her this, like her hair is always together.
She gives good hair.
Yeah, but that
she
was
really does.
Yeah.
It was like, why didn't they braid
it like it was real quick, like
I could not take out. They were talking and I was like, every time they went there, I was like, wait, why is it not in the scrunchie?
Yeah.
And you just see the rest of the hair braided. I was like, yeah, this was a bad day for her. Well, she's getting the house redone, so she had a lot going on. Anyhow.
Ciao. But Brit says that she and Kelly have been having an issue regarding the glam. And Portia basically says that there cannot be any jealousy between friends, which is very true.
Yeah.
Oprah says it best. You cannot be friends with anyone that wants your life.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot be friends with anybody like that. And I 100% agree. But then we find out regarding the Glam that Shamia is working with the Glam team.
Thank God.
Well, which causes a thing because it's like, well, you had an issue with me working with the Glam.
What's the difference?
But now you over there and you got Shamia working with the Glam. Like, make it make sense. But
well, they wanted a client who was going to buy every day.
Okay, so let me say this. A person like me, it's one thing that I am. I'm a very giving person. When it comes to my aesthetics, I am not.
Yeah,
I like to be an individual in that way. I'm the same. I'm the type of person that if I'm in a clothing store,
we just talked about this.
And I see somebody holding the same shirt that I have in my hand, I'm putting the shirt back. Even though I know no one bought me the shirt. Like, I know that shirt wasn't made just for me. But in my brain, now I know I have a vision of someone that will be wearing the same exact thing that I have. And in my brain, I just can't do it. So for Kelly to have such a strong response regarding the Glam and the way that she did, it goes to show me that you were never that girl to give that. You gave more than you really felt comfortable giving. And I don't view Brit as a bad guy for taking advantage of what you gave her.
Right.
I don't either.
I'm sorry.
And they worked for her too, because she actually looked great.
Oh, we loved Brit's look in Tennessee.
Oh, great. That's what I'm saying. So, but like you said, you bit off more than you could chew. You should have never gave that if you didn't really want to give that. You were just, it was almost like a fake kind of courtesy, one top, one off, but it wasn't a one off anymore.
I'm curious, is there like a slight level of like competition?
Yeah.
Just in terms from Kelly's standpoint, because giving it to Shamia, it's like, well, Shamia, you're a darker skinned girl. We're just completely different. But Brit, we're both new. We're both trying to, like, Shamia has already been on the show. Everyone already knows who Shamia is, what her personality is. No one really knows who we are. And I need to figure out how to separate myself from you. And we can't be coming in the same way, having the same fillers, having the same type of look, and then also having the same glam and everything like that.
No,
so maybe
fair,
that's where Kelly was coming from. I don't know.
I'm just, the whole idea behind it confuses me because, I mean, your team, you're paying them for a service, but you don't own them. Like, you can't say these people who the fuck to work with.
That's
like,
so let me tell you.
I can't tell my barber not to go cut another bitch hair just because I don't, like, what the fuck is that?
That's fair. That's fair. Oh. Why you side-eyeing?
Oh, you think you can own people, Aaron?
Well, no, I'm just thinking, bitch, don't try to make me anti-black.
Oh my
Well, no,
God.
I'm just thinking about your barber, and I'm like, well, last time I checked, your barber was production.
Okay, well, if production want to go out and cut somebody else's hair or hug another woman, he can do that.
Wait. You was talking about in-house services? Goodbye. I know you lying.
That's my team. That's my glam team.
Production. Again, when I asked you on the last episode, what do I say about production? And the first thing you said out your mouth was, what? They don't pay him enough? Exhibit A. You don't pay him enough.
Sweetie, so he's a jack.
He does glam. He sets up cameras, the lighting, it all.
And cooks.
I'm calling the people on you.
And cooks.
And cooks. Well,
girl,
you getting the
production needs to be a part of a union. Production needs to be a part of a union, girl.
On the people.
Not the people. But we then but then Brit does this weird thing, which I'm not mad at, to be real with you. I'm not mad at it. When she starts to shift and tries to sow division between Portia and Shamia and says, I mean, yeah, I'm just like, but she even showed me text messages between you two. And she even showed it to me. And I want y'all to, this is why I'm saying that, where I'm realizing that Portia is a seasoned housewife. She knows how to play the game. When Brit said that, what did Portia do? Wait, when did she say that? Because, me and Shamia had a conversation. I just want to make sure that it was at the right time, because it would be weird if she's dredging this back up. But all I'm going to say to you is, do what works best for you. Mm-hmm. She didn't do what Shamia does. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm just this selfless person that just does all this, and I'm just the victim under Portia. Portia ate Shamia up in that moment, because if that was Shamia, we've seen how Shamia responds.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been good with that.
She wants to make herself look more of a victim, and just basically, without saying it, yes, you're right. I am a victim. Portia is a horrible friend. What did Portia do? I'm not going to engage into what my I'm not having a conversation with you about my friend.
Yeah.
Portia ate that down.
Yeah.
I was like, good job, Portia. Yeah. Show how you are supposed to do it. When I had said to y'all about when Shamia was talking about Portia saying, oh, you're going to have to pay me more. They're going to pay me more to be how I am. It confirmed it even more that Portia knows how production plays, knows that they are trying to gin up and make an issue between them, so much so that they gave Shamia first chair as if Drew didn't have more drama. Portia knew how it was going to go, and so Portia is not going to allow that to be a perpetuated narrative, even though it was out of her control at this point. But while she's recording, she doesn't know that. And one of the things I want to highlight, Jared, that you just said, but we got sidetracked, gatekeeping Glam and gatekeeping. Chase from Talk That's Our Reality, he made a really good point. He said, I can't stand people that try to gatekeep entrepreneurs. This is how they make money. When you are telling them that they can't work with so-and-so, you're stopping their check. You're stopping money out of their mouth. I was like, come on, Chase, eat that up.
Right.
Yeah, no. Hey, Chase.
Hey, Chase. How you doing?
This bitch always in heat.
Always. This girl is in heat. What is it? Catitude from
What is wrong
RuPaul.
with you?
No, that's Catitude. Miley Cyrus featuring RuPaul. I love that song. Such a good
I've
song.
never heard that.
Girl. He always gonna do a one-off. He the only person that.
But let me get Phaedra. Oh yeah, yes. But then we had a quick little callback from Phaedra running out the event, running to go tell Portia about that, and I just thought that was really cool. It felt very serendipitous, like in how they had to call it. All the girls were there and tell them all the drama. The one thing I don't like, and this is why I talk about girls having like a weird, like when we talk about like girls and stuff like that. Why we all be like gagging about people's men cheating on them? Like y'all all women, y'all all know what that feels like. Why are we like, ooh, girl, somebody came in there and said it was cheating? Like, why are we so hyped by that? Like, that's not
a one up on the
like
girls.
that. But it's not a real one up.
No,
when you all been cheated on, you're divorced. Cynthia, you're divorced twice.
Right.
Yeah. Oof.
Like, I don't understand it. Help me understand it.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
But I don't think they really like that lady. Let's be real.
You know what I think it is? I think they thought that's not Cynthia. I'm not including Cynthia.
No, not Cynthia.
But I think a lot of the girls thought what they have done to Drew and what us as fans have felt about Drew. They thought that was gonna be Angela. And they didn't realize that when everything played out. Oh wait, Angela's the fan favorite.
She's not.
What's happening here?
She's not nearly what that was given. What Drew was given all them seasons. Not even close.
Facts.
Anywho,
so we then move over to Phaedra's event. And
the black gloves.
Thing up her event, and she gets a call from Portia, which we had kind of highlighted earlier in the season that Londie has passed away, and very
I
sad.
didn't realize it happened while they were still filming.
Gaggiana, right?
Yeah,
because I didn't pick up. I didn't think that would be a part of the season either.
Yeah. That was very sad too. It brought me back. Like, damn, Londie, you really were a part of the show. That was so sad.
Very sad.
And it kind of makes, but honestly too, though, it kind of makes sense that if you pay attention to Portia's family dynamic, how Lauren is a very, like, even though Lauren is a pick me when it comes to Portia, but that's our sister, that's how it goes. But Lauren is also a person that worked for Portia that was very like regimented. And you have Londie, who also was a person that was regimented, all coming from that grandfather side. Like, and I'm realizing that, Miss Diane is the ghetto side of the family.
Oh yeah. She just married.
Please, Jared, please say it. Jared, please say it. Say it.
I wasn't even gonna
just
say
put it on your story. Put it on your story. You just put it on your, not on your story, on your notes. Mariah from Married to Medicine, your favorite quote. Please say it.
That ghetto shit gotta go.
Mariah.
But yes, so please rest in peace, Londie.
That was very sad. So young.
Like, my
that
heart.
was really sad.
That hurt.
Yeah, that was sad.
One thing that I did pick up on, Kelli is taking your crown. Kelli is always on time. Kelli is beating Cynthia to events. If you are beating Cynthia to an event, you are on time. On time.
Yeah. I appreciate that though. I'm not mad. We know
no, not at all. I'm not mad at it all. But for Kelli to come as well put together as she always is with kids, with the team that we know that is putting her together, that means her team is on time. And if they are people that are late, that means she's starting super early to make sure she's on time. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I love that. They bring up the event, obviously, with everything that happened with Angela and Marcus. Oh, Lord. But Brit comes in, and I must say,
looked amazing.
Brit, her
glam,
that glam, that hair, everything was everything. That dress, a mess. Did you see the cheeks coming out the bottom of that dress? Her ass was out. Clearly, the team is no longer doing wardrobe.
No,
clearly,
no. They're not pulling for her at all. That was
Fashion Nova. That was Sheen.
They're pulling for Shamia because that's the best she's looked all season.
Eat Miss Mamas.
Well, Shamia
Because
just posted.
she would have pulled some Balenciaga out.
Absolutely.
So Balenciaga, black and white child.
But Shamia just posted and kind of did a rebuttal to that and said, I am not using, nor have I ever used Kelly's team. She just came out and posted it to social. She said that that's a lie. Brit's a liar.
That's crazy. Of all the things that you should be refuting and talking about, that's the thing that you talk about. Interesting. Child.
Crazy
Girl,
tale.
like somebody help her. But she speaks to everyone and then goes to Kelly, and Kelly pays her dust. And I was kind of gagged that Kelly was. I was like, oh, so maybe Kelly. What has been our critique of Kelly this? Well, what we thought Kelly would be like. We said, I don't really think she would be that girl to really do a one-on-one going off at nobody. I'm not mad at it. I was like, okay, Miss Kels.
But also, this is the thing though. Doing it to Brit is not really doing it to anybody.
I don't know. We're seeing that from a third party. Go ahead, Jared.
Also, she lost. Though.
Us being a third party. Go ahead.
That's
Who
fair.
lost you?
Kelly lost. Yeah.
Me too. And I think she lost too because Brit started laughing. When Brit laughed,
No.
I feel like Brit ate her up.
No. I'm not saying that she won.
Okay.
I'm saying that she did better than I thought she would do.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Well, if you getting ate up by Brit, you really have no
that's what I'm
expectations for her.
saying. You don't have. Yeah, there's nothing
But
there.
also, Brit
Go ahead.
Brit clocked in for the first time. I mean, it took her literally all season, but she finally clocked in.
She clocked in like a housewife.
Yeah.
she did.
Even how she was saying, Kelly, you're being very passive aggressive with a smile on her face, not giving her no energy like that, making it show like, girl, I know you're bothered, and I'm gonna smile in your face, and I'm gonna make my presence known, and I'm gonna make you mad. Where was this Brit? Where was this Brit the whole season?
She needed a bob.
She needed a bob. Now, okay? Because not only that,
and it was not.
She. My thing about it is, and like, it's so crazy. And what really bothered, I think what really bothered Kelly the most is that there's nothing that bothers anybody more is that when you're trying to go in with someone and they're trying to be super nice to you and they're smiling and you're all the way turned up and you're here and they're down here. So not only am I not now embarrassing myself at this event because my voice is raised, everyone's looking at me and this bitch is in the corner smiling doing champagne.
Facts.
Literally.
But in the middle of that conversation, I think Angela said something like, girl, Brit, you came in the middle of this story or whatever. And then Brit says, well, child, we will be having plenty of stories tonight. And I said, Brit, like Brit is really going. And Kelly is like, it was weird because Kelly was not being the co-signer because it's her in the argument, but she's still arguing like she's a co-signer to her own argument. It was very odd to me. But let me tell you something. A woman after my own heart. When Angela said, oh yeah, we have people and we did the research and we were able to find out and we actually went to him. I said, oh, because if y'all
listen,
before we got on the call, y'all heard what I said about damn, I wish I could call so-and-so because he got a da-da-da-da-da. That is one of my favorite things to be able to do from the different people that my family knows and the different stuff like that. Like, it's very important to have these like little connections like that. So, ooh, made me a little hard. Like, I got like, ooh, just love a connection like that. Like, ooh, come on, the mob. Like,
that's what I loved when production was like, well, what you got the mob? And when she said, no, I just got a lot of people that care about me, that don't play about me. And I said, I know that's right. Not alone, baby, in this world. Got an army. You may not see him, but got one.
Hello. And then, of course, Drew shows up, and they aren't even letting her in.
But she's supposed to perform.
What?
Why was she dressed like she's about to hit the stage?
Okay, can I add another part?
Leather gauchos?
It was giving early 2000s Gwen Stefani.
Glamorous.
With those gauchos and like, this chick is bananas. The only difference is it wasn't bright, it was in leather. But anywho. So Cynthia's clocking how angry. Go ahead.
No, that lady was outside for 45 minutes. I would have left. She's a damn fool.
LOL. But so Cynthia's clocking how angry Kelly is. And Kelly And Kelly basically just says, like, when they're talking about the whole Angela thing, well, I actually think it may have been someone that doesn't show up for someone, basically insinuating that it was Brit that had did the whole thing. And then Cynthia lets her know that they were at Brit's house, and that's when Kelly was gagged and was like, oh, wow, she invited you over and Portia? Because that kind of insinuated that, like,
I was kicking her back.
Brit has been trashing Portia. Like, you know, she can't be around my man. It's like, I don't think you got to worry about Portia won't.
Well, we found that out too.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
The roommate.
Child. Wait, no, that's not what she was saying.
She did. Huh? She said you have a roommate.
No, she was saying that to Phaedra.
Huh?
She was saying to Phaedra, your pill popping roommate, because they were roomies on the trip on Grenada. She was calling Brit the pill popping roommate to Phaedra. When Phaedra trying to get Kelly to calm down.
Roommate. But when she said
she was saying that to Phaedra, basically saying to Phaedra, your pill popping roommate. Because Phaedra jumped in and was like, what was going on? No, it's your pill popping roommate. That's what she was saying. She was saying that Brit was a pill popper. Because that's when Phaedra came in the confessional and said, well, I don't know, because all she gave me was a Tylenol PM.
She gave her the Advil PM. When she said, because she said something to the marriage before that, didn't she? Did I not hear that, or am I just making that up?
Yeah, I read it differently. I thought she was talking about Mike.
I thought she was talking about Mike.
No, she was talking about Brit.
Oh, I did not get that.
All right, now, well, people, let us know in the comments, people, how you rate the situation.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Tell me that y'all don't. Tell me y'all don't think I'm telling the truth without telling me y'all don't think I'm telling the truth.
And not only that,
like,
I swear I heard
trying to bring in the calm. Like, wow, Bethany,
I'm sorry, Danielle. Did he tell us? Did he send a long text message on the holiday telling us that we got to build engagement and build a community and yada 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 on the holiday?
Bitch, you don't even celebrate Juneteenth. You aren't even married to medicine, my love. Cocaine. I don't even do hookah. Oh, they gotta bring her back. They have to. If they're bringing back Nene, they gotta bring back her, bro.
Is that really a thing, though? I heard there's 17.
It's been too many. It's been too many connections, y'all. But anywho, let's finish this out because we're almost done. And so, you know, the girls, they start going back and forth, and Brit tells Kelly that she's being passive aggressive, and Kelly says, no, I'm just being aggressive. Now, this is where Brit lost me. And all I could think about was my favorite candy. Well, one of my favorite candies, red-headed candy. When Brit started to walk towards Kelly when they was arguing, and Cynthia, all I could think about was pillow night, because Cynthia was the one trying to split them up on pillow fight night. And you got little old Kelly, and you got Brit stepping towards her, and you got Cynthia in the middle trying to break it up like, whoa, why you walking up on her? And I just keep saying, I'm a little girl. You can't walk up on me. And you got Peter trying to buck up his chest. Like, that's all that was going through my brain when I was watching that. And like we had always kind of alluded to,
oh God,
Brit. I can't say it was a landslide for me, as y'all are saying it's a landslide, because the whole abortion thing.
I don't know why she said that, girl.
That wasn't even a flex, because if you know anything about like women's reproductive health, we know that the vast majority of abortions that are conducted are from people that already have children and are from women that are married.
Yeah.
It's not from the random bitches that's out here just fucking.
Right.
That's not who gets abortion.
They the ones keeping the baby.
But not only that, no. No, they're not the ones keeping the baby. They're the ones that's not getting pregnant, because when you are single, you tend to do what?
Use
protection.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are married. But just a statistic, just letting y'all girls know. So,
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I agree. But in this instance with them too, I do feel like it landed because it set Kelly off.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you in that way. But for me, it's like, Kelly, everybody like, yeah, I did, because I didn't want to have more children with the man that has threatened me in court. Like, you could have easily ate that up in that way to make Brit look worse at that place. Like, well, yeah, I didn't want to have babies with a man that I need to hire security for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She's not quick with the tongue, though. We know that, though.
And that is exactly.
She's not quick with the tongue. That's what it comes down to. And like I said, I agree on both ends of it. Yes, again, I think the back and forth was there, and Brit could have almost had it. I think the abortion, the thing about the abortion situation was, the one thing I can't stand about a bitch is, if we ain't cool no more, we ain't cool no more, bitch. If we talk about some that when we was friends, bitch, don't you ever bring that up. That's why.
Not on Mad Day.
Not on corny day. I agree. And like I said, Brit did it twice this episode. She did it once with fucking Portia and Cynthia at the house, kicking Kelly's back in about them talking, essentially her saying the business, and then she did it again with Kelly with the abortion. You can't talk about after you're mad. You cannot. It's actually very corny.
It's very emblematic of as to why we say that she's not a girl's girl and she doesn't have any female friends, because that is exactly exemplary of that. It's like, do you know how much like shit I did that one time? I've done that one time in my life, and it's something that I continuously regret. Jared was actually there for when I did this. Probably the worst to this day. I still feel shitty about that. But to be fair, what happened to me in that moment was just like, all right, girl, I can see why, but how I want to live my life and the friend that I know I am and the person I want to be, you can't do that to people on Mad Day. You just can't. It's just not okay.
And you don't get any cool points for saying your ex-friend's business, because everyone knows the relationship you have.
Danielle.
What?
Enough. And we're gonna move on to our favorite part of the of our show, and that is, excuse me,
how dare you?
Because you're doing a lot, and that is, darling.
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. I'm gonna say, for me, who needs to calm down for me this episode will have to be it's gonna be Cynthia, because Cynthia, you walking out with that camera on that tripod really bothered me. As a veteran with that veteran walk, I don't understand why you would think it was okay for us not to clock that you put that camera on the tripod and production said, well, can you record it? So we're not coming out to Late Bailey for this. Just record it and send it over to production. I was not okay with that. And then a slight number, look, he's actually should be number one, but Marcus.
Yeah.
I would have to get, if I was like my sisters, I mean, I ain't even gonna go that far. Go ahead, Jerry. I'm sorry.
So for me, it's gonna be Shamia. The fact that you're pissing me off at the very beginning of the episode before we haven't had not one drop of dialogue is entirely too much. It was a great episode, and we just started off on the wrong notes, pun intended.
T-shirt.
T-shirt, mommy.
Please stop. This is you know what? Who needs to calm down for me, honestly. This
girl, move over. Get in the middle of the screen. What's going on, honey?
What?
Girl, let's find you a home. What is happening?
Shut up. It needs to be Brit for me. I didn't like the abortion comment. And again, I think it could have really been any comment. But it was just something that was told to you when you were friends with someone that was supposed to be a secret, and you let that out and tried to expose. You tried to expose, but it didn't land. It was nasty. So you need to calm down. You need to learn a little etiquette, woman to woman. Don't air nobody's business out. If you ain't cool with the bitch no more, just don't say nothing. You don't gotta say nothing about her. Period.
Fair point. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We were very lit this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We really appreciate you guys' comments. Starting next episode, not for Basketball Wives, but for Real Housewives of Miami, because that's the next time that we'll all be together, because, you know, Jared is extremely anti-Black. And so we'll all be together for Real Housewives of Miami, and we will be introducing a new segment. We don't know the name of it, but essentially we will be highlighting everyone's comments. Well, not everyone's comment, a comment, and we will highlight it and do a quick little discussion, see whether or not we need to drag y'all in love. But anywho, thank you for tuning in to the Everybody Just Calm Down the podcast. No, you're fine. And peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right.
Okay, y'all.